Elections. Let's try that again. Basically around the corner. It's actually unbelievable. But let's go over there. What a beautiful shot of the moon that we've got there this morning. Palesa, some details from you. How's the area? What's happening? I see you're broadcasting from a school actually.
Well, Leanne, yes, we are broadcasting live from the Isandlwana High School. It is in Mlalazi municipality here in Gingindlovu. Well, with me here is the mayor of the area, just to talk to us more about the development in the area, the socio-economic challenges, the successful stories that they have in the area, and his name is Telumoya Zulu. Mayor, very good morning to you and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning, Palesa, and good morning to the viewers at home.
Sibonge kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho, Mayor, this morning on Morning Live. Well, I was actually telling our viewers earlier that this is the largest geographical area in the country and yet with the least population.
Yes, it is correct. It is the largest municipality in the area in terms of the geographical size, but it has got just around 213,000 residents. It's a wide. It has got three small towns, Eshawe, Gingindlovu, and Mtunzini, and 14 Amakosi. So as you will have noticed, its terrain is somewhat inhabitable, but people are quite happy to be there. We are rolling out development in almost all the corners of the municipality.
Okay, you're saying the area has got 14 traditional leaders. This shows that the traditional leaders in the area still play a vital role in terms of working hand in hand with the provincial government, isn't it?
That is correct. We are working hand in hand with our Makos within this municipality, and they are part and parcel of council in terms of the legislative prescript, and they they participate fully in the council matters, and as also leaders in terms of development, we cooperate with them quite well.
Talking about the development of the area, yesterday you personally took us on a tour showing us the housing development. It's just above where we are now. About 88 families were moved from the area called Iskoleni down there up here. Tell us about the development of that area particularly, and we also saw that there are new malls in the area.
That's correct. Firstly, these people were removed from Eskoleni area in terms of the slum clearance policy of the government, and we then move them into this new development, which is just above us, and they're quite happy. You will have noticed that it's one of the low-cost housing that is quite unique. It's not like the one that you'll meet everywhere. So they are quite happy. There were about 88 families, but we had more than 136 units. So apart from those 88 families that we removed from there, we also had to remove congestion within the formal housing of Gingindlovu. There were people who were living in backyards, and we also moved them there. But we are continuing with the second phase of the development, which will be across that area, where more people will be getting housing.
Now, Mayor, talk to us about the poverty level in this area. We were driving around the area when we got here yesterday, and we actually saw that there's so much land for agriculture in this area. But how does the poverty level look like?
Yes, firstly, let me just tell you, this is mostly a rural municipality. As with all rural areas, you'll find that commercial areas are far from where people live. But here, you will see that it's an agricultural area. So most of the agricultural activity had slowed down since the mid 2000s, and they are starting to pick up. As we'll see that some of the farms that had gone down are being revived, and people are starting to get employment. But apart from that, we have started new developments. There is a mall that we started in 28 with private developers, which has absorbed some few number of people into employment. But there's a lot that needs to be done. But what we are doing as the municipality is to ensure that young people are made not to believe in seeking employment. They must be able to create employment themselves. So in terms of ensuring that that happens, we establish a youth business advisory center within the municipality. It's a one-stop shop where young people can just go there and tell our officials who are manning that office what their dream is, and that will be developed into a workable business, and they'll be registered through that office, trained through various agencies from CEDAS, NYDA, and we try to ensure that at least there is some startups that we do. But apart from that, the people are engaged in various economic activities which sustain their families. But in most cases, you'll find that those were not looking decent. So together with the provincial Department of Etia, we had to ensure that we create decent working stalls in the town of Eshowe. And whilst we're building that development, we had to get some of the containers so that we can place them there. And once we finish, then we move them in. They are now in a very distant area where they are trading.
Okay, I do know that later on the show we'll be speaking to one of the beneficiaries of the Youth Advisory Center whose business is actually successful right now. But going back to the agricultural issue, it's quite concerning. Seeing the unemployment rate in the area is above 35%, and yet there's so much land for agriculture. And you were saying that the activities actually slowed down back in the year 2000. What were the main reasons for farming having slowed down here?
I would say that, as you know, people had to be, there had to be some kind of redistribution of land. You know, historical land was taken away from the people, and there had to be policies that had to be developed by government, where people had to be given back land. And we discovered that whilst we did that successfully, but some of the farms, somewhere along the run, remain furrows. People will just not use them for economic activities. Hence, the farms deteriorated, and the people got unemployed in the process. But what is happening now? It is being revived, and new people are being brought into those farms because it was a 5-year lease, and with that, there have been some lessons that have been learned. People are becoming more and more serious about how those farms should be used, and they are starting to use them accordingly.
Okay, things are looking better now, as you say. Well, thank you very much. That's the Umlalazi Mayor Telumoya Zulu talking to us about the development in the area and the plans of the municipality. Like he's saying that they're looking at reviving the agricultural sector. Like I was telling you earlier on, there is so much land in the area. You see sugar cane as you're driving along the municipality on its own. Well, we're taking a break. There's still so much to come from Gingindlovu here in the KwaZulu-Natal, talking more about issues relating to socio-economic problems, challenges, as well as the developments. You stay tuned.